Now on News Channel 6 at 6. It's the last day of the year, and we always like to end it with a bang. How you can keep your family safe when using fireworks. Plus, as we all celebrate today in spirits of starting the new year, why you should think before hitting the road under the influence. And a benefit that has helped a lot of families have food for the past 3 years is coming to an end. How it may affect families. As your News at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and happy New Year's Eve. I'm Tiffany Hobbs. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins in Richmond County, where local fireworks shops want to make sure you ring in the new year safely and happily. Bria Smith has that story.
This is the new year, and it's a time to celebrate a new year. 2022 is nearly over, and it's time for new beginnings. And the best way to do that is with fireworks and a New Year's meal.
It's a time for many to reflect on the year they've had while also celebrating their accomplishments. For many, fireworks are a must-have for a New Year's celebration, and fireworks store owners want to make sure people stay safe.
Definitely have a responsible adult, somebody that's capable of handling something if it goes wrong. Always want to have water, bucket of water, a hose, fire extinguisher.
Workers at Jake's Fireworks remind you safety is number one.
It's always best to follow the label. You use what they send you. You don't really want to get creative because it's not safe. But
Wacky Wayne's has been around for the past 50 years and recommends an open space to shoot off fireworks.
Don't shoot between trees, buildings, houses. Make sure the area is clear, and then always have water or sand or something nearby in case you start a fire.
And the rain early on New Year's Eve may make things safer.
With it raining, that actually helps because the ground is wet, so the chances of catching something on fire are very slim. But you still should be aware of your surroundings.
Rain or shine, the fireworks will light up the night sky this New Year's Eve. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Thank you, Bria. If you are looking for something to do tonight, Skateland of Augusta is holding its 16th annual New Year's Eve balloon drop and skate events. The New Year's Eve balloon drop and skate will be from 7 p.m. until 1 a.m. It's $20, including rental skates. Prizes in the balloons include cash, food, and free prizes. Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us with a check of the forecast. It has been a rainy day, huh?
Yeah, not the prettiest day for sure. It's very cloudy outside as well, and now we're seeing one line of showers and storms pass through the metro right across Aiken County, headed towards Waynesboro now. There's a look at Richmond County. Notice this just past downtown Augusta, moving across Bobby Jones now and into the Beach Island area, and further towards the south of that in Burke County. As I mentioned, this is just outside of Waynesboro. It does look like it will actually just skim the outside of Waynesboro. Really not bringing a whole lot of rain. It's moving very quickly as well, and once that line passes, we'll have no more rain. Behind the cold front comes a little bit more cloud cover and fog, but otherwise we will have sunshine by later on tomorrow afternoon. But in the meantime tonight, notice how cloudy it is outside. There's a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at the airport. You can also see those raindrops on our camera lens. Today we were a little bit cooler than the past couple of days, only making it to a high of 64. Still above average, but the clouds today really limited those temperatures, so not as warm as they will be tomorrow. Right now we're seeing all those low to upper 60s, 64 in Aiken, 68 in Millen, Augusta at 65, 62 in Crawfordville this evening, and 68 in Waynesboro. Dew points are also into the 60s, so a pretty muggy day. We have more moisture around with the clouds and the rain. Wind gusts were also just at 19 miles per hour in Augusta and Aiken. Looks like our sensor is out now. But with that line of storms, those gusts are up to around 20 miles per hour. Other than that, winds will be pretty light tonight, only up to around 2 miles per hour. Temperatures staying on the mild side, only dropping into those upper 50s with the clouds lingering into the evening. Also some fog forming around 2 a.m. tonight, but sun will come out by the new year around 2 p.m. in the afternoon as temperatures climb into the 70s. So coming up, I'll have a look at what you can expect for the first week of 2023, but back to you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Jenna. McDuffie County has lifted their boil water advisory today. Residents in Thompson, Deering, and McDuffie counties no longer need to boil their water before drinking it. Earlier this week, the area experienced leaks in the water line during the cold weather. City officials say repairs have been made and extensive testing did not reveal any issues with the system. You may notice a lot of law enforcement on the highways across South Carolina. This weekend, police departments across the state are conducting traffic checkpoints. The reason is simple. Officers say drunk driving accidents are happening a lot more frequently on the night of New Year's Eve. By placing some of these checkpoints near key locations, authorities hope it will send a message to bars and restaurants to encourage their patrons to act responsibly and not get behind the wheel after drinking. Drunk driving kills more than 30,000 Americans every single year. If you do plan on driving this weekend, make sure to be extra careful on our roads.
It's never been easier to make the decision to get home safely. We have ride shares, we have law enforcement officers, friends and families, so many ways to get for people safely. And if they just, don't take their car when they go out to celebrate, then they won't have that risk of coming back. It's really such an easy thing to prevent when you think about it.
The penalty for being convicted of driving under the influence varies. It could be fines, jail time, or both. Starting in the new year, you can get tax credits on your state income tax in Georgia if you donate to law enforcement foundations that support local police agencies. The money can be used to increase officer salaries, provide more training, buy or maintain equipment, or pay for programs that send out social and healthcare workers to help with mental health emergencies. The South Carolina Department of Social Services announced their emergency funding for existing SNAP households will end January 31st. Alessandra Young explains how this change could impact you.
Since March of 2020, the emergency SNAP supplements have brought families in need extra funding based on your household size. And I spoke with the manager here at Quality Foods, and he says a lot of their customers use SNAP and will be affected. On January 31st, 2023, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program's emergency funds through DSS is ending. The emergency supplements brought households to the maximum benefit amount. The entire program isn't ending, just the extra benefits. Junior Holder is the manager at Quality Foods. He says it won't have a huge impact on the store, mostly on their customers. Holder says they see both SNAP and regular customers.
You know, if you get X amount of dollars and all of a sudden you get X amount more, you tend to live off of what you get more, but when they cut you back, it's hard on them for a little while.
Starting February 1st, 2023, all SNAP households will go back to receiving their monthly benefit amounts. The only part that's ending are the emergency supplements. In Greer, Alessandra Young.
Well, we hope you'll join us tonight as we ring in the new year right here on WJBF. It all kicks off with Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest starting at 8 p.m. We'll take a break at 10 for News Channel 6 at 11, and then at 10:30 the party starts up again as we count down to 2023. Coming up, we will join with Jenna for another look at your weather forecast.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5 for 6.
Thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve. I have pretty good news for you. There's really not a lot of rain impacting any plans tonight. We just have this one line of showers and maybe a couple storms in there, but overall this is really not too impressive. It just passed through Augusta, exiting Bobby Jones, now headed right across Beach Island, Highway 278, all the way up into Aiken County as well. Downtown Aiken getting hit with some brief heavy rain, but this will be pushing off towards the southeast as well. And sooner than later, we will be done with the rain over the next hour. So we'll just have the clouds lingering. Temperatures are all in those low to mid 60s with the exception of Swainsboro and Sylvania, both at 70 degrees. Overall, the clouds kept us a little bit cooler today. The clouds will linger into the rest of this evening as well. So keep that in mind for any fireworks plans. And behind this cold front, we'll actually have some fog develop. So expect a very foggy start to your New Year's Day. But in the meantime, tonight, just mostly cloudy conditions with temperatures staying pretty mild in the upper 50s. And for tomorrow, starting out with the fog until around 10 a.m., then mostly cloudy through the lunch hour. And as we go into the late afternoon, we'll start to see those clouds break apart with some sunshine here and there, and that sun will help warm us up back to the 70-degree mark. So 70 tomorrow for the first day of 2023. And as we go into the first week, we'll see those low 70s all the way through Wednesday, then a big drop off down to the low 60s, followed by mid 50s around this time next week. Now, as for the low temperatures, no need to worry about any very cold temperatures over the next several days. We'll stay well above average, seeing a mix of 40s and low 60s. Then as we go into next weekend, we will drop to around freezing, but nonetheless not nearly as cold as it was during Christmas weekend. Rain chances are going up again on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have another system coming in, but in the meantime, we do have a nice dry day tomorrow and Wednesday with a good amount of sun. So notice tonight at 8 o'clock, just the clouds that are going to stick around all the way through midnight. Then as we go into tomorrow morning, the clouds will be joined by some fog. And by the afternoon, this is what I was talking about, where those clouds will start to break apart and we'll see some sun here and there before it sets later on, then clear skies into our Monday morning. Lows tonight will all be in the low to mid 50s, definitely well above average, mostly cloudy skies with the patchy fog. And for your Sunday, aka New Year's Day, it's going to be nice and warm, temperatures in the upper 60s through low 70s, along with the clearing skies. Over the next 10 days, we're seeing a very warm start to 2023 with a long stretch of 70s. Overcast skies along with some rain chances return on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we will have clearing by the end of the week, but temperatures will drop back down to the 50s. So I don't know about you, Tiffany, but I think after that really cold Christmas weekend we had, we deserve this nice round of 70s.
We certainly deserve it. I am so looking forward to it myself.
Me too. Nice switch up from last weekend.
Oh, yes. Well, coming up, we take a look at the countdown into the new year for those who already begun 2023 and how they celebrate. But first, here's a look at your winning South Carolina lottery numbers. Pick 3, 6, 3, 7. Pick 4, 6, 6, 9, 7. And a fireball is 7. Last night, television pioneer and broadcast journalist Barbara Walters passed away at 93 years old. Barbara was a trailblazing broadcast journalist known for interviewing the major newsmakers and stars of our time, and a news career spanning more than 50 years. In honor and remembrance of Barbara, there will be a special edition of 2020 that will air tomorrow at 8 p.m. 2022 is coming to an end, and revelers around the world are ringing in the new year. Phil Lipoff has a look at some of the celebrations.
Australia welcomed 2023 with a massive fireworks display over Sydney Harbour Bridge. In Hong Kong, buildings facing Victoria Harbour were lit up with colorful images, while giant fireworks filled the night sky. And in Seoul, South Korea, for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic hit, crowds gathered as a giant bell was rung to mark the start of 2023. Celebrations in Tokyo also returning to normal after years of COVID restrictions, thousands gathering to welcome the new year. In war-torn Ukraine, children welcomed 2023 underground in a train station in Kharkiv, where they had a chance to meet St. Nicholas. We wish for victory, peaceful skies, this woman says. Here in the U.S., New Year's celebrations will kick off with the traditional ball drop in New York's Times Square. The ball, comprised of 2,700 Waterford crystals, is in place, ready for the countdown. At the stroke of midnight, a ton of confetti will rain down on an estimated 1 million people expected to gather in the heart of Manhattan.
It's only here in New York City that you see this Times Square Waterford Crystal Ball and all those people kissing and celebrating, filled with love for 2023.
The city's sanitation department ready for the cleanup.
What our sanitation workers do is they take backpack blowers and they blow all the confetti into a big pile, and then we run our mechanical brooms over all that confetti.
The temperature at midnight is expected to be warmer than usual, but revelers may get a little wet with rain in the forecast. Phil Lipoff, ABC News, New York.
Brendan Robertson will be live in Atlanta with sports when we return.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, folks, it's the day you've been waiting for. It's the day I've been waiting for. The Peach Bowl is finally here. Number 1 Georgia will take on number 4 Ohio State at 8 p.m. And our very own Brendan Robertson is in Atlanta to tell us what's been going on. Hey, Brendan.
City, and they're very familiar with tailgating here outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This is the 3rd time this season alone that Georgia has played here in Atlanta. The season opener where they crushed the Oregon Ducks. Then about a month ago, beating LSU in the SEC Championship. And as you mentioned, Kira, tonight, a spot in the National Championship on the line against Ohio State in the Peach Bowl. The doors to the stadium just opened, but of course, the place to be out here in the tailgate lots. Georgia fans have been set up for hours getting gassed up to go inside and cheer on their dogs. We cruised around the lots to check out some of their setups, see where they traveled from, and get some very predictable predictions for tonight's game.
Came to the SEC Championship game. Yes.
Go Dogs. We were here.
Did you guys tailgate right here?
We tailgated right here.
Same spot, same place.
Expect the same win.
I was going to say, prediction for the game?
Dogs on top. Dogs on top all day long. Dogs on top.
What's the score going to be?
43-35.
34-21.
Here about 2:30.
Yeah, we didn't get in about 3, 4 o'clock.
What's your prediction for the game?
Oh, Georgia about 20.
20, how about
Oh, no, 45-17.
Nah, yeah, you know better than that. We going up by Georgia by 20, but you know.
Georgia all the way.
And an 8 o'clock kickoff on all the ESPN platforms. We'll see if Georgia makes that trip next Monday out to Los Angeles to defend their national championship. Any Georgia fans looking to make that trip, well, get your wallets out to sit in the upper deck at SoFi Stadium. Cheapest ticket right now going to cost you about $1,500. Live in Atlanta with some of my new friends, Brendan Robertson, WJBF News Channel 6.
Thanks so much, Brendan. Excited to see the Bulldogs and the Buckeyes kick off. In the meantime, we do have another huge game that's going on right now. Number 2 Michigan is playing number 3 TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. The Horned Frogs are leading the Wolverines 14-3 in the 3rd, and this game is huge for them. If TCU wins, they will hand Michigan their first loss of the season, and they will advance to the CFP National Championship game to play for their first title since 1938. Wow, TCU is also the 2nd team ever to start the season unranked and reach the CFP. So we'll be keeping up with this game 21-6 as it is in progress, and we'll give you the highlights and the reaction at 10. There were also 2 other big bowl games happening today. 5th-ranked Alabama dominated number 9 Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl. Heisman winner Bryce Young threw his 80th passing touchdown in New Orleans today, and that moves him past A.J. McCarron into 2nd place all-time in Crimson Tide history, right behind Tua Tagovailoa. And in Nashville, finally, the Music City Bowl, Iowa. They shut out the Kentucky Wildcats 21-0. The Hawkeyes quarterback Joe Labus threw for 139 yards and 1 touchdown, as well as tacking on 1 rushing touchdown himself. And that's it for sports.
Thank you, Kira. Coming up, with snow comes snowmen. In a Wisconsin town, a giant resident is back. More on that when we return. A Wisconsin town's most popular resident is back. This 40-foot tall snowman stands just off Highway 51 in Minocqua. His name is Snowmy Cromer, and he gets rebuilt every winter when there's enough snow. The fire department dumps 600 gallons of water on the base layer of the snow to help it freeze. Then they do the same for the second and third layers. Snowmy has become so popular over the years that he's got his own merchandise at the town's Visitors Bureau.
Wow. You know, that's pretty cool, but I much rather have our warmer temperatures here than all of that snow.
Same.
Snowmen are cute, but we love the sunshine.
Yeah, we had enough winter time last weekend during Christmas. Now we are trading those cold temperatures for the 70s. 70 degrees for New Year's Day tomorrow. The sun will be coming out in the afternoon, but we are starting the day out cloudy along with some fog. And then as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, still seeing those low 70s, but it will be cloudy again along with scattered showers and storms. Ending the week with sunshine with cooler temperatures as well, dropping eventually to those mid 50s, and lows will be back around freezing, going down to 32 degrees on Friday morning.
Well, that is our report for now. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join us again at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.